It's been a while since Avenged Sevenfold released their latest album, Life is But a Dream. Yeah, it's been more than 1 year, but I wanted to wait a little bit in order to grow on me before releasing a review. For me, it takes time and dedication to appreciate a specific piece of art, and that is why I will never do a reaction videos. If you see in YouTube, there's a lot of people doing reaction videos and they are talking while listening to music and saying what they think about it. And in reality, I don't think that's honest, because while they are talking, they are not listening some things. And specifically with this album, you will need to pay attention because there's a lot to digest. The hype was over the sky because they took a little bit for releasing this album, and also the pandemic delayed everything. I was given access to listen to the album a few days before the release date, and I remember the first time I listened to it, I thought it was some kind of a joke, especially in the last songs. You think that you're listening to another band, so I got confused and I didn't listen to it again before the release date, which was the 2nd of June 2023. And honestly, the second or third time that I listened to it, I was still confused, because there are some songs that I didn't get them before. I remember that the only songs that I like were "We Love You" and "Mattel." I keep listening to this album because I like those songs, so I listened to the whole thing dozens of times. These songs seems to be very simple, but when you listen to it several times and you start to peel them, you will see that they are deeper than you think. Also, the music production in this album is mind-blowing. If you listen to this album in a decent audio system, you'll see why I like so much Andy Wallace. Andy Wallace is the mixer of this album, and I think he does a mind-blowing job in positioning the instruments in the songs. If you look into the Andy Wallace curriculum, you will have some killer records like Limp Bizkit, $3 Bill, Limp Bizkit, Chocolate Starfish, Fate No More, King for a Day, my favorite Fate No More album, System of a Down, Toxicity, Gojira, Fortitude, and Ghost, Impera. Andy always applies his magic. The position of every instrument and how they move in the music is mind-blowing. You can notice one of these examples in the first single, Nobody, where the tom drums are positioned in a very sneaky way. I will say that Andy is one of my favorite mixer of all times. One of his most notorious contributions can be found in Game Over, when the piano kicks in. When this happens, it's like the song that just elevates and then goes down once again. It's pretty awesome.
I observe my own reflection, try a happy face, staring through the warm tears.
And also with the elevating guitar in Cosmic. Cosmic has a lot of very cool parts. I think it's my favorite. It's my favorite song of this album for sure, and I think it might be my favorite song from Avenged. I know that all these sounds are played by the members of the band, but the way they sound and the way it's presented, I think this is the job of Andy, and yeah, he nailed it. In terms of how the album was presented, all the art was made by Wes Lang. Wes was not supposed to do these drawings for the band. Actually, he rejected the offer that Mr. Shadows presented to him. But then the frontman delivered to him some voice notes with songs of the album, and Wes got hooked, he got inspired, and started to draw. And then he presented the drawings by surprise to the band. After having the music digested, so to say, I think that the art goes so well with the music. There are a lot of like instruments that uses a lot of technology for this album, but when you listen to it, it sounds very human, just how the drawings feels like for me. Comparing this album to the rest of the releases from Avenged Sevenfold, I think this is quite different. This is the album that touches the most music genres from the Californian band. And with that said, there are some parts of the music here that I don't like. I mean, I don't hate autotune, okay? But there are some parts of the autotune that is used here that I'm not a fan of. And also there are some sounds that I don't like, but I think it's normal because they are touching a lot of styles here that you cannot be a fan of everything. Life is But a Dream is an album that is in constant change. If you've ever been in a band, you know that there's this lead guitar or a lead player that tells you, okay, we need to do 2 rounds of this and then we will change to this other part of the song. And this album doesn't have those repetitions. I think it's in constant change, and this is why it's so interesting to listen to it. Because most likely, when you listen to it, maybe you missed something in the last time. This is the album from Avenged Sevenfold that I disliked the most after the first listen. But right now, I'm really liking it. I won't say it's my favorite because every album is different, it's so different. But whenever I want to listen to the Californian band, this is the first album that I grab right now. I always find a different approach, a different violin, and a different point of view after every listen. A father of a friend of mine once told me that if you listen to a song and you like it very much, then you will get bored of that song pretty quickly. And I guess that this is the intention of Avenged Sevenfold. You're not going to like this after the first, second, or third listen. You need to really understand what they were trying to achieve in order to appreciate it. That was it. What do you think about Life is But a Dream? Do you like this album? Still, after 1 year, what do you think about it? Tell me in the comment section, and I hope to see you again pretty soon. Bye bye.